Okay. All right. We have a roll call, please.
Beth Rush,
Vance,
Vance Wallace,
Yeah.
Mike
Mike
Keen,
Keenholz,
Jeff
Jeff Meister,
Rick
Rick
Hogg.
Hogg.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Our first item on our
agenda
tonight
tonight
is
is election of officers, vice president.
Actually, staff,
Vice president.
I'm sorry to interrupt.
All right.
Staff recommends that we table this item until we have the appointment from the Plan Commission.
I will,
I'm
I'm
fine.
fine with that. Do we have to, we don't have to vote on that, right?
Nope, that's okay.
I'm totally fine with table like that.
We
We're
want
gonna
to give
give the candidates an opportunity.
all
All
right
right, we'll move on, take a look at the
minutes
minutes from,
January
January 15th, 2026. I don't see anything
that
that
needs
needs to be amended or changed there. Does anybody else have anything?
Make a motion to approve the minutes from January 15, 2026.
I second that.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
No opposed? Okay, we're good. All right.
what kind of
Of announcements do we have?
anything?
Anything?
There are no meeting announcements.
Let's just move right along. All right.
If you will bear with
with me in the
audience,
audience, I can read this,
the
the
rules
rules of our meetings, teachers.
each and every time. So the
The
sheriff
sheriff deals with the five-member appointment
a volunteer body required by Indiana law for all communities that have zoning. The board's role tonight is to hear the request and make a decision to vary from the town of Sheridan's Unified Development
ordinance.
First, staff will present a report with emphasis and recommendations relating to the required state law criteria. The board members may ask questions at this time or any time
During the meeting.
Next, the applicant will then make a presentation and will address each of the required criteria. Per Indiana case law, it is the applicant's responsibility to prove to the board that all required criteria for that type of variance are met. Board members may ask questions of the applicant during or after the applicant's presentation. Then the board chair will then open the public hearing, allowing the audience to speak. If you wish to speak, please sign up with your name and address on the sign-in sheet in the back. There is one sign-up sheet for each case. Comments must be pertinent to the request being heard, and all your remarks must be directed to the board from the microphone over here to my right, to your left. Comments made from the seats will not be recorded, and you will be asked to leave. Board members may ask questions of the public. After everyone on the list has had a chance to speak, the chair will close the public hearing portion, and the audience may no longer speak. Following the closing of the hearing, the applicant may then be given time to address any additional issues that have been raised during the public hearing. Finally, the board may further discuss the criteria and may also ask further questions before the chair calls for a motion, which may include conditions of approval. That motion from a BZA member shall be based on and shall reference the state law required criteria called findings. There must be 3 votes for any motion to carry. The board's vote is final under Indiana law, and the BZA's decision does not go to town council. The written decision is reflected in the findings for the case, which address the required criteria. The board's decision becomes effective when any conditions are satisfied. And if the board grants a requested variance or special exception, a building permit and or development plan must still be obtained from the town. Please conduct yourself with courtesy tonight at the Town of Sheridan's Board of Zoning Appeals meeting. Thank you. Okay. We are going to be looking at we've got a public hearing tonight, and we'll be hearing case 26B01, referring to 930 West Red Oak Lane in Sheridan. Petitioner requests variance of standard to modify the minimum lot area from 1 and 5 or 1.5 acres to 1 acre in the R1 low-density residential area. Article 4 Residential District 4. Okay. Katie?
Yeah, so the Sheridan Comprehensive Plan was drafted in 2017. The subject property is outside of the area covered by this plan, and the Hamilton County Comprehensive Plan does not apply to this area as a result of the 2024 reorganization with the former Adams Township. The subject property is 1 acres and located at 90 Red Oak Lane, Sheridan. It is currently zoned low density residential, and adjoining properties are zoned that as well, except to the south with these are zoned E-2 general agriculture. The surrounding properties were developed between 1976 and 1985, according to Hamilton County area photographs. Should the board determine to approve the petition, the approval will not be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community. It is unlikely that approving the requested variance would be injurious to the public health, safety, morals, and general welfare of the community because the proposed dwelling is consistent with surrounding properties and the density residential zoning. The acreage of the property is also consistent with adjoining parcels. The use and value of the area adjacent to the property included in the variance will not be affected in a substantially adverse manner. It is unlikely the use and value of adjacent properties will be affected in a substantially adverse manner. Surrounding properties are of similar lot size. And additionally, the surrounding properties have a mobile home on the property, although it's not in a mobile home park. It is in the blue district, which allows for mobile homes. The need for the variance arises from some conditions particular to the property involved. Approval of the variance will result in the dwelling being put on the property. The property was split prior to the adoption of the current Unified Development Ordinance and is on septic and well. The strict application of the terms of the zoning ordinance will result in practical difficulties in the use of the subject property. Strict adherence to the zoning ordinance will prohibit petitioners' desired improvements and enjoyment of the property. Staff recommends approval, and that concludes the staff report.
Ms. Baldwin, at this time, you can come up to the microphone and address us and tell us what you're trying to do here.
Okay, so what do you need from me? I don't,
So just tell us what you're proposing to do.
okay. I started out with an old mobile home on there and I had straight line winds that came through and ripped off the roof. Otherwise, it was on 1 acre, you know, prior to the change in 2024. And I found a really nice, older, double wide. Well, it's a pretty new one, actually 96. So it's not like 82 or anything. And has like 1,700 square feet. And it's just sitting on a lot in Avon. And it's kind of costing me a lot of money because I have to pay $800 a month lot rent, waiting for the variance to go through.
Are you currently living in that?
I can't.
Oh, no, I mean, the one in Avon. Is that where you?
No,
oh, you're
I'm not living.
Okay.
I had to fill out a lease, but
I see.
I can't live there.
Okay.
Because then I would have to move there. And that's a long ways away.
The setup for the well and septic.
I've been working on that all summer. I have the septic approved.
Okay.
I don't know about the well yet, but I can always get a well permit and get a new one dug, right?
I'm not sure.
That's the health
Yeah,
department kind of
That's a
thing.
county health
Yeah.
department.
I'm sure they would. If they approve the septic, I'm sure they'll approve a well.
That would seem logical.
And we've got a mover ready to move. I just need to get the plans out to the people to write the plans up for this foundation.
clarification of terminology. I heard mobile home a couple of times.
Okay,
The
it's a
final-
double wide.
The final configuration of this is gonna be placed on a foundation and strapped in place. It's not gonna be sitting there with wheels on it, like ready to be hooked up and pulled out of there, right?
No, that's,
Like,
they're not that easy to
The
move.
photos that I saw in the packet indicated like something permanent as opposed to a
Yes.
temporary setup.
Yes,
That-
yes.
That's your plan for,
Yes.
for the final configuration? Okay, and so like I think before I cut you off, you were speaking about a foundation. That's your first,
I
hurdle.
can't, as soon as I get a variance, then I don't want to put a foundation.
Understood, but just for clarification purposes, you're building a foundation that. this
Oh,
will
yeah,
then
it'll be
then
strapped
set
to
up.
it and
Understood.
it'll have a concrete block all the way around.
Excellent. Thank you for that clarification.
Mhm.
Appreciate that.
think in order to set those in, they have to have all that.
You take the axles and everything
Correct.
I
off.
think we have that.
To me, that's a modular home.
Right.
That's not a mobile home
Got
at
it.
that point.
Got
So I wanted to clarify that was the intent.
I don't have the modular where you have to bring a crane in and set it.
Understood,
Yeah.
understood. What's on the structure, what's on the lot? It looks like there's maybe a shed or
There's a shed.
something.
A
Okay.
shed and I guess there's a bathtub. I still haven't moved
That's the
because,
bathtub that I can see.
yeah, I was getting ready to move it and we got all that snow. So
Right.
I had to get my truck fixed first, which I got done last week.
Understood.
Vance, you have any questions?
I was out there,
Yeah.
I gave me that paper, did you?
Yeah. I wrote it down.
I don't see nothing wrong with it. It's a modular unit. It'll be on a foundation. You've already got your septic system okay.
Yeah, he's just waiting on the home to get in to put the septic tank in, because I guess the pressure from driving to set the mobile home can bust the empty septic tank,
And
and I don't want to do that.
your meter box and stuff is still out there from the trail.
Hmm?
Your power system is still out there on the post.
Yes, I'm gonna, as soon as I get the variance, I'm gonna have them come out and see where they want to put that, move it. Because we could probably put it on the other end of the home, where the home's gonna be, instead of 10 feet from the back of the house.
Question for staff, what kind of, for my personal information, what kind of permits are requested in situations like this? What has to happen?
So this would be an improvement location permit such as our general building permit. That should have to file for after. If you guys.
So just like if you were building a new house, that type of.
Yeah,
And that will include the foundation and electrical.
And also back checks with the county on the approvals of the septic and well. and things like
Yes,
that.
we don't issue building
Correct.
permits until we have those
Correct.
approvals.
Great.
And typically, what's the timeline process for that type of thing?
For our office or the health department?
For our office to get those permits, you're waiting for the approval here, and then how long does that usually take for someone to?
If she had all the items and approvals from the health department, we would be able to issue the permit Tuesday.
Okay.
And what do I need from the health department?
Your approval of your septic and.
I
your
have
well,
that.
That'll need to be submitted to our office for the building permit.
Yeah, that's a part of the building permit application process. So like if we were to.
So I have
approve
to
this
bring that
tonight-
with my
Correct. When
application.
you go in if we were to approve this tonight, the next step that you would need to go to is you need to go into the city and apply for the actual building permit. Part of that building permit application process
Would be the well and septic.
includes proof of approval of well and septic by the county health department. So
Okay,
that's part of that application process if if this gets approved here tonight.
okay, great.
Anything else?
No,
All right. Thank you.
thank you. Ready?
We're not ready with the official yet, so we gotta go through our motions here. All right, it is 5:45. I'm opening it up to public, public hearing. Thank you. Is there anybody on the list?
No, there is not.
No emails or anything like that? Anybody? Seeing there's none, it's 5:45. With closing the public hearing. All right.
I don't need any additional information. I think it's all pretty clear to me.
I think it's clear.
All right.
Make a motion. Ordinance number in front of me.
163-301.
26-01. Make a motion. to approve.
Mr. Keenholz has made the motion and Mr. Wallace has seconded. All those in favor of approving this application, say aye. Aye. There are none, so it passes. You're approved. That's all she did. Anything else for us tonight?
Not this evening. We don't have any training scheduled because of the comprehensive being presented this evening at the Plan Commission.
We let the review comprehensive plan take care of itself then.
Yes.
All right. I don't have any other business. Anybody else have anything? All right. I will entertain a motion.
Second.
All those in favor, say aye. Aye. No opposed, perfect adjourned. There you go.